Started off right, man. But I can feel it now, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Culture content, motherfuckers. Hey,
Hey,
on the dance floor with y'all.
that shit. Stay in your box, nigga. Stay in the
Right,
box. 2
1,
steps.
2. Hey, hey.
Hey.
One time.
I'm mad y'all can't see the footwork right now. Nigga. Y'all lucky y'all can't see this footwork, bro.
Hey, yo.
I had
That's
y'all
funny.
fucked up right now.
Yeah. Let's get it. Mm-hmm.
Yo, doesn't
Energy's
this
right.
feel good? Doesn't this sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I can have a little playing in the background just a little bit. while
Just a
we
little
talk,
bit as
while
you
we-
just fade to black.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta take this off the table. That looks nasty. So yeah, bro, like, what's
good.
up, man?
Sounding
outside.
impeccable.
Hold on, I gotta do one of these real quick.
What, late night?
Just drop that bomb on them real quick. You know what I mean? I like that shit. Funk Flex back in the day shit. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, man? I'm K.
I'm Chaz.
And we are Culture
Yes,
Content,
we are.
baby. You see us out, inside with some new equipment.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you can hear us loud and clear. Clearer
clear.
than a... can't even curse. I can curse. Yo, real
That's
shit.
crazy.
Y'all should have never gave us... Hey!
Oh, man.
Yo, what's up, man? We just trying to get the energy right one time, man. I love it, man. It's a good investment, man. Good lights, good audio now. Now y'all can't really see us. Now y'all gonna want to be on the podcast, but too bad because we only got 2 mics. Fuck it. Nah, so it's been a while. We just had an episode drop recently with Tone Walls, man. Go check that out.
The homie.
Yeah,
hit
it
that,
was a
hit
long
that
time.
Bam. It's the
Yeah,
homie.
yeah,
right
for
there.
sure.
Yeah.
He definitely held us down. Yo, I was rewatching that joint. Yo, that was the funny episode, bro.
Yeah, low key funny, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
it was
he funny. He be having like
hilarious.
low key like inside. It don't be inside jokes, but it be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like he always got snazzy comeback or something snazzy to say. I mean, golfer legend.
Yeah,
Funny guy.
he had me crying when he was like, "Yo, I won what 18 championships out of 16 or something crazy like that.
16 out of 18 in
16
first
out of
season,
18.
some shit like that, yeah.
I was like, nah, you working overtime, my boy. Like,
You said that man rigged the system.
Shout out to Tone Walls, man. He's a good
shout out
dude.
to the homie.
Good comedy, low key comedy. He ain't out there trying to be a comedian, but he's just naturally
One of them
funny,
people,
bro.
yeah.
Like,
He's just one of them people when he say something,
Yeah.
that should be like,
I
that
be
should be
crying,
funny.
yo.
Yeah.
I was watching it back. I was like, I'm really over here laughing, mad hard and whatnot. So appreciate you, Tone Walls, for pulling up to the podcast, man.
My
Blessing
guy.
us with your presence.
My guy.
All love. Can't wait to have you back on the show. Pardon me that it took so long to even put out the episode, but timing is everything, and we always make it up, man. We coming back stronger and better than ever, and this is our time, man. This is our time. So we're gonna get into a couple things. We're gonna do a current events. We doing mostly us right now. Like we probably not gonna have guests for a little while. Maybe not. Maybe we drop an old
Well, it's
episode
cold,
or something.
so you know what I mean. We're gonna probably pump the brakes on that for a little bit, but when it start getting warm, you know what I mean. Because obviously we both have people that want to get on the show.
You gotta
So
talking to the mic, bro. You gotta talking to that mic.
yeah.
You gotta move it over, bro. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is new for me. Excuse me.
feel
But nah, we both have people individually that want to get on the show. So when the time's right, when they get a little warmer, we'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But
For sure. We're just gonna get back to the essence for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Definitely gotta get back to
started
the
with
essence.
us, it's gonna end with us. Say all and be all. Bro, you can move your mic over because you're getting out of the shot.
getting out of the frame, head ass. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, cool,
Just
cool,
move
cool,
it over.
cool.
And you can adjust, you could push it towards you. No. Slide this part. it up. No Diddy. I'm gonna put one of those.
Yeah, that was. No, that's not something to be celebrated. That's a Zoe.
Yeah, I got to put that effect. I want to put that.
Damn, that shit ain't sliding. Oh no, hey yo,
That's
I'm just
crazy.
Just keep it like
I want
this.
to put that that sound effect on there. Freaky ass nigga. 69. Nah, let me stop.
We gotta talk about that too, because I got a lot to say about that too.
Start it off.
All right, so obviously, he said freaky ass mule 69 God. Drake and Kendrick beef.
He's trying to. Drake is suing Universal right now.
Drake is suing
Not
Universal.
Kendrick.
Right. Drake is suing Universal Music Group for a couple different things. Me personally, I don't have an issue with him suing for the simple fact of this.
We know who he is already.
Well, no, but no, I'm not even gonna get into like what Kendrick was saying, his bars and stuff, because Kendrick bars on Not Like Us was, his bars was hitting, the beat was hitting, the visuals was hitting, everything it did what it was supposed to do. But what people don't know is that Kendrick actually just signed to Universal. He did he's doing like a joint deal with them or something like that. He just got out of his TDE deal, and he's with Universal now.
Is Interscope under Universal?
I believe so. I believe Universal's distributing, and there's a whole bunch of different ones under them, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So with that, basically Drake saying in his lawsuit that a record label is never supposed to pick sides when it comes to a beef, especially with two label mates, more or less.
Top tier label mates.
Right.
Like that.
But Drake is suing them off the strength that he was saying that they was pushing that song to devalue Drake's worth. Because Drake has been murmurs that he's about to go independent. So therefore, what better way of a company to do is, tarnish your legacy, tarnish who you are, to decrease your value so they don't have to pay you as much. Now Drake probably brought in over $2, $3, $4, maybe $4 billion for Universal over the last 15, 16 years.
Facts. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than that.
You know what I mean? You talking about billions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
big B's.
He did a lot for that. He did a lot for that music group. So the fact that they basically kind of turned on him and, possibly putting stuff out there, pushing a song that's going against him, it just seemed kind of fishy. So I think that's one of the reasons why he is suing him. But I think also people saying, oh, he a sucker for suing this, that, and the third, but y'all don't really understand the music.
I ain't gonna lie. If he's suing because he's missing $2 billion,
yeah, like if you about to go independent and they gotta cash you out or whatever case may be, and you trying to decrease my value. Yeah. Now we talking about billions, you know what I'm saying? Like you talking about some billions or at least 800 million or something like that. This is a big amount of money that's being swept off, getting pushed to the side because y'all want to decrease his value. So yeah, I think anybody in their right mind would sue if you had something to do with that. You know what I mean? Right. And they were saying that they lowered the because I think they own Spotify or something like that, and they lowered the licensing by 30% so that song can play more.
Oh wow! Yeah,
and then nobody that's not something that a label do. Anybody usually do. Nobody is gonna decrease of the value or the licensing to play something. They're gonna want all their money. So therefore, I feel what he's saying is it's a strategic attack against him to decrease his value, so they don't have to pay him, and he could just go independent and kind of tarnish his legacy a little bit, in the interim. So
yeah, I feel that, but at the same time, nigga, Universal did that for you time and time again and devalued everybody else. How many times have you heard?
Who did they devalue? Off the strength of him.
Yo, bro, Drake is arguably still one of the best artists in the game.
So who did they devalue for him?
I would say
whose side they took.
Future, him with Pusha T.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, more so Future, because Future is record sales wise, he's more popular than Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? So I could see how them pushing the specific songs with him, or let's go even more, Meek Mills. You know what I mean? That back to back. How many times they played out of that?
but Meek Mill was he was the first one that said that. He was like, they pushed that a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? People thought he was just crying. People was like, oh, he's crying, and you know what I'm saying? He's bitching and this, that, and the third. But now Drake is saying that it's kind of like, oh, Meek might have had a point before.
Yeah, but I mean, don't cry wolf. You know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't say it's not crying wolf. I think it's a dirty game that the record label was playing, because they basically playing both sides.
Yeah, but they get paid either way. So
exactly.
I mean,
so it's like you basically funding a war. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you funding a war and you playing both sides. You giving them both guns. You giving them both ammunition. You getting paid regardless. So you don't really care. You don't really care.
Party? What?
My
bad. Too much.
That's United States. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's United States.
Too soon, nigga.
Hey, we'll get to that.
Because
fund both parties.
I want to say something about it. You feel me?
I'm gonna fund the coke. I'm gonna fund the coke game, and then I'm gonna arrest them after that. And then I'm gonna take the coke, and then I'm gonna sell it to the people. Hey, what you talking about?
How y'all think all these drugs and guns is getting up here? Stop playing with us, man. But yeah, I mean, I think with the Drake situation, it just works both ways. It's unfortunate that he had to take the short end of the stick. Pause.
I still think it was some sucker stuff on the strength of the Universal.
I just think it was it just makes him look bad because of the timing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just basically lost to Kendrick. Kendrick killing you. Kendrick album is fire, if you ask me. Definitely got some hitters. Couple real niggas left, but it's not enough. You know what I mean?
What do you think about like the like? I think another thing he was saying was like they pushing that, basically calling him like a pedophile.
Who, Kendrick or Drake?
Well, obviously that was one of the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like calling him a pedophile. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think like obviously I think that's another thing. That's another thing why he's suing him, because like they pushing this narrative as if this dude is a pedophile.
I mean, there's a lot of artists and celebrities in Hollywood right now being called pedophiles. Tom Hanks, Ellen, Diddy, just to name a few, for real.
It's a lot.
I think it's the list gonna really keep going.
Pops from Seventh Heaven.
Like, yeah. Like throwbacks. Nobody's safe out here, we come to a time in our lives where conspiracies or coincidence are just don't feel like that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
That shit feel like when people was like, yo, I think that X, Y, and Z was happening. Yo, that shit was really happening.
Right?
Word, like
coincidence and gut feelings don't come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as going back to the pedophile thing, like, I'm not putting it past nobody right now. You know what I mean? I'm just not. There's just nobody safe. You got all these millionaires, multi-millionaires that basically everybody, all people, restaurants, establishments, you name it, grovel at their feet and do whatever they say because of who they are and their stature in the game. Yeah. And with that kind of money and power, you really could make people do or say whatever you want them to do. Like, look at Diddy right now. Like, he's pulling shit. He's pulling strings like the king of New York right now. Like he's really, you know what I mean, making people do his bidding while he's locked up and paying off the homies' commissaries and everything like that. Like, I just think that if it's said, you just can't put it past nobody anymore, man.
Oh nah, for sure. Like, like even, and that's the thing about sometimes with like conspiracies, right? Like, if somebody say it a little too, like, more often than not, then it's like, damn, you might have to believe it. But then again, sometimes people could be pushing a narrative. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be pushing a narrative in order to get the masses to think a certain type of way. I mean, we see that propaganda all day long.
Bro, I'm tired of propaganda. Bro.
Propaganda been happening before me. You was born, before our peoples was born, before our grandpeople. You know what I'm saying? That's been happening since the beginning of time. But like we see it now in real time, and it's kind of like I'm sick of this stuff, man. Like I'm sick of it, yo. Like for real, because you don't like obviously it's some things is conspiracy, but like it it twists your reality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's real, what's fake, what's true, what's not. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes like, you know, and we could be confused, right? Because a lot of things, if they want you to believe something, they're gonna make you believe it.
Oh, they're gonna pump it in your face.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
like
the Matrix. You
every
know what
like
I mean?
I'm saying, this is one of the reasons like I watch the news, but like I be careful with the news because all the times you see, every time you watch the news, right? Anytime you see something that happens in the black community, it's always violence. It's always something, you know, something going wrong. They never highlighting the positive things. That there's mad stuff. We talk about in Pittsburgh, mad good things happening in Pittsburgh, in Black Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? People starting businesses, people doing this, people doing that, people employing people. But no, you know, this kid got shot. This stuff is happening. And if you live under a rock, you're gonna be like, hey, yo, these black people's wilding. And it's not even just Pittsburgh, you know, coming from New York too. Like, we seen that 10 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if they want you to, they're gonna push that narrative, like, you know, black people is violent and black people is rough. Shit, that's why you see, you know, the older white lady clutching her pearls, clutching her purse when she walked by a black person. And, you know what I'm saying? He could be the sweetest person in the world. And that narrative right there, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be careful with some of the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's to the point where if I'm watching something, whether it be on social media, TV, whatever the case is, like first and foremost, if the TV hates somebody or is pointing out the negatives in what somebody is doing, I'm researching that person straight up.
But
because I feel like
not everybody has that intellect.
Yeah, I feel like because if y'all trying to blackball somebody indirectly, and they do it subtly, you feel me? Like they may crack a joke, and then but that joke they doing is obviously diminishing that person's character, or you know, just
like
whatever the case. Yeah, they just sneak this in.
Mm-hmm.
So if the media, for me, my mental process goes: if the media hates somebody, I like them. Because they must be doing something right to corrupt the system or make them say something like that, you know.
Or what are they hiding of what this person is really doing?
That's
because
good
they trying
for
to,
people,
right? Because why they trying to tarnish his legacy? Why they trying to tarnish his or her, you know, image for what? Like, what's the reason for that?
Yeah, they tried to tarnish JFK Jr., bro, and
RFK.
No, RFK. My bad, I said JFK. But it's almost like, yo, that man in this last run, he hasn't really done anything negative in my opinion to be like talked about crazy, right? Like
I think some of they saying like some of the things he was saying was extremely outlandish, and they said that he said he needs a mental checkup.
Well, I'm talking about in reference to the health crisis in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they'll say that he's having this mental breakdown and he's not good for the people and everything like that. He's the first person I ever hear about taking all those chemicals out of our food, out of the kids' foods, and you know, the fluoride thing going on. Like it's just like, but y'all talk about all that. You do that sneak dissing, do all that shade, but you never talked about the good things he's doing for the country, you know. And even when they pull out, like when you're on social media, right? When you on a post, right? First and foremost, you gotta know if it's a left-wing page or a right-wing page, because you won't even notice that you're being fed propaganda because it just sounds good and it sounds convenient. So you gotta start looking at those things and realizing like, yo, what is this post really intended to do? And you can't. So like the other day, I saw a post that was about what was it about? Gosh. It was about the housing crisis or whatever the case was in America, talking about how prices of houses are even going to go up further under the Trump presidency or whatever. Yeah. But what people don't realize is the prices of houses have already gone up. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a thing. Like, houses, the market increases. But if they can lower the interest rate, then they can lower that. But I digress a little bit. So it's just like they talking about how this new bill, or how potentially it wasn't even they didn't even reference a bill. That was the craziest thing. And they was like, oh, this is gonna happen under Trump. Well, when did Trump say this? What bill did Trump enact or mention about raising inflation? You know what I mean? Like, is that just natural? Because prices of the value of houses goes up naturally, right? Like, but are we also gonna blame that on Trump? Like, every negative thing now is just like, oh yeah, everybody got Trump under the magnifying glass, but you didn't have Biden under the magnifying glass. You didn't have his son under the magnifying glass. Like, and then y'all can say what y'all want. You know what I mean? Like, the whole government is crooked, but at the same time, the lefties is doing exactly what they accusing the rights of doing. You know what I mean? But the whole thing is like, old boy's son,
Hunter
Biden, like, bro, this homie, hold up, let me. He don't know no better, bro. Like, straight up. I don't think I understand. Like, so and then he gets off for like if you just look him up, bro, all you see him doing is like, who's doing that?
Let me ask you a question.
And baby prostitute.
Hey, but would you pardon him if that was your son? Keep it 100.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, like, your son, though. That's you.
We talking about
committing the big treason. Hey, I don't know, man. So hold on, but are you gonna pardon your son though?
I plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I don't know. I got to be in a situation, but I think the biggest issue is like, don't pump fake like you're not going to do it, and then in the final hour on your way out, you like, oh, by the way, I'm pardoning my son. Like, you ain't have to lie, homie.
I'm truthfully, I knew that was going to happen.
I mean, we all did, but why would you lie about it though, bro?
I think
that's the problem.
That's something. But since we're on the topic of that, obviously, Trump has won. He is proposing a whole bunch of...
Check. All right, my bad.
He is proposing a whole bunch of things. Some I agree with, some I do not agree with. And I feel like it's gonna be a very interesting 4 years. And it's gonna be some interesting years to come, when it comes, after his, his reign of his second term.
I ain't gonna lie, JD Vance got up next. Y'all gonna be mad, but if the lefties don't get their party together,
Democrats ain't got. The Democrats don't really have nobody right now that can
sway the people.
Yeah, they don't have nobody, and they have to manufacture something, but they don't have anybody. But I feel like Trump is picking and choosing some things he want the federal government to do and some things he want the states to do.
Of course.
And I think you have to be consistent with that. But, history has shown Trump is one of them people, like, he's going to do what he wants. You know what I'm saying? People forget to realize, like, how Trump was brought up. Trump was brought up in New York City, real estate, in the 70s and 80s. Cutthroat. That was cutthroat times. You did anything and everything in order to get stuff passed, anything and everything in order to get them buildings built. You know what I'm saying? Trump held down the West Side Highway for years. Took him about 20, 30 years.
It was only during 2020 they took it down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right. But all my lifetime, you know what I'm saying?
Trump owned New York.
Trump definitely owned New York, right? And he grew up as in a cutthroat business, real estate, as a businessman. And I feel like he's using them same tactics, them same relationships, in order to put people on. You know what I'm saying? Like the people he's put on this cabinet, and then you got Elon Musk, you got Lyndon McMahon, you got Dr. Oz. All these people technically are not qualified for the positions that they are in. But he built these relationships with those people, and he trusted them to do the job that he put them for. You know what I'm saying?
I think qualified is a tricky word, bro.
It could be tricky, but do you want somebody that's not a doctor heading up
Of course not. Like I don't want
the heading up the basically what RFK is doing.
But his look at so that's one way to look at it, right? As a CEO of a hospital, I may have a degree, but if I'm just a CEO, I don't need to know the day in and day out of how the hospital works. I'm in charge of creating a vision for the company. And then what do I do as a CEO? I put other people in place who are qualified and well-versed in doing their jobs or what this particular task is, right? Like, I just think that's simple math. I think that's just simple. Like, so a lot of people are not qualified in their positions, let's be real. No. In the government and in our daily lives. Some of y'all supervisors and managers ain't qualified to do the job, but guess what? They got the job.
I agree. So, but that's why I feel like it's an interesting way he's doing it. The reason I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. Like, I mean, the people he's put in his cabinet, obviously, these are people that he built relationships with over years. That, you know what I'm saying, and basically, you do a favor for me, I'll do a favor for you. And I feel like all those people you put in power, that's what's happening. What's interesting also is that they trying to basically abolish the DEI policies that's out. Diversity, equality, and inclusion.
We had a half hour right now, bro.
No, I'm just saying, but no. So like, if
because I got something to say about it.
Yeah. So like, basically, you saying, you want to abolish that because the people that was put into power or that was given those chances weren't qualified, but the people you put in really high spots in the government, they technically not qualified, but you know what I'm saying? It's like a contradiction. You can't take something away but doing your own thing. But that's Trump. That's what he's been doing.
But I feel like the whole DI is diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? That's for black people, bro. That's strictly for black people, and I hate this.
Do you think that's setting people back?
How? Because we not on the front cover.
I wouldn't say a front cover, but I think I look at it like this, right? And the other thing to it is, say boom, right? Say you get in Harvard, right? Say I'm white, you black, right? We both have, say we have similar everything. Right. You might be slightly better, I might be slightly worse, but technically I will qualify. But
I'm black and you white?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Say technically, which is crazy, right?
But make sure.
But say what he's trying to do basically is, say we have similar everything, but you were slightly basically better than me, right? So you got the nod to get into Harvard, right? Basically, what he's saying now is, I can sue you and Harvard or Harvard and saying I can get reparations because I've been discriminated against. That's what's happening, right? That's some of the policies he's trying to put in place. That shit's crazy. That's crazy. If you allow that, that's like reverse reparations. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me.
I think
so. That right there, I don't agree with that,
bro. Huh? I don't think it just goes one way though. You know what I mean? First and foremost, basically what you're implying is that there's still basically systematic racism.
It's systemic racism.
Yeah, and it is, but to a certain extent, right? Because there are successful black millionaires out here. There are successful doctors, teachers, lawyers, etc. So how much systematic racism is there really? And yes, we may not be at the same curve of are Caucasians or Asians or whatever the case is. But as of today, we have equal rights and an equal opportunity just as everybody else, excluding how you were raised in your single family home or not. You know what I mean? Like those are still factors that play into it. But as far as the system goes, you know what I mean? Like I honestly think when you look at it, people have an opportunity just as everybody else. You got your master's degree. You had to work for it. And I think what the difference is between you and everybody else is that you work your fucking ass off. like you worked your ass off to get everything you got. You're not lazy. You show up to work every day. You're not half-assing it. And on top of that, you taking care of your kids, bro. Like, I think I'm gonna be real. This is gonna be real. I'm gonna make this real simple. There's a big difference between systematic racism and people that's lazy.
Like, nah, there's some lazy mugs in the world,
don't
for
get
sure.
to the bag, bro, because the opportunity is out there. The money is out there. Like you telling me that you can't get a house today? You telling me that you can't go get a master's? You telling me that you can't go compete as of today? As of today, you can't go and compete with the best.
You definitely making sense when it comes to that. But what I'm saying is, it's people that that's not even thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that's not even thinking like, oh, you know what I mean? What were you saying before? You know, got their shoulders down, like, oh man,
yeah, they just,
you know,
waiting on that acre on the mule and shit.
You know what I mean? Waiting on that 40 acres. You know what I mean? It's another day. You know, they keep me down. You know, I know it's definitely people that's like that, but there's people that's not like that also, and I feel like.
But those people that are not like that are good, bro. They're good. They not living off the system.
I ain't gonna say people good, but like we can't front that. You know, people have benefited.
Bro, we could always be better. No, everyone wants to be better.
2,000%.
Okay, so here's my next question to you, right? Mm-hmm. And you got to talk into your mic more because I feel like my shit coming in crystal clear and shit like that.
All right, yeah.
So, if the government were to give reparations to black people, how much is enough? What is going to satisfy the culture for reparations? And then who gets the reparations? Is it straight African Americans? Is it Haitians? Is it like who qualifies for these reparations? And then how much do you think is enough for people to be satisfied? And the next thing is, do their kids get it? Do their kids get it again? Like, does it keep going? Like, what is the parameters around reparations right now? Like, people just want it.
The reparations argument, I feel like that stuff been out the window.
Yeah, nobody's giving it to us
since
so.
Never worry, right? We was never gonna get it, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like also, stuff is not equal across the board. But I also don't feel like you need to be sitting down crying and waiting for the government to give you a handout. So like, you know me, like I'm not really one of them people that's gonna sit around and got your hand out this and the third. And I don't think most people, and I will hope that a lot of people don't. But there's a lot of people that do. You know what I'm saying? We run into people every day. This is what they, you know what I mean? This is their lifestyle. This is what they want to do. These are the characteristics that they possess of, use some bacon mugs, right?
Facts.
I don't think reparations would help. No, I think reparations would help. I don't have a dollar sign amount on it, but things need to just be equal across the board. You know what I mean? If you talk about if you saying that this person can sue and get reparations because he didn't get in because somebody else got in front of him.
It's not reparations. That's just
that's what
just
said.
Money.
Like you win a case, lawsuit, right?
It's a lawsuit. You win a lawsuit. You get the judgment. You win money. You don't win reparations.
But if it was the other way around, they're gonna throw that case out fast, and that's not cool to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
To the overall picture, like Trump or Biden has nothing to do with that. Like none of them are going to stop.
So Trump does a good job of throwing stones and then taking the other way. I ain't do nothing. He does an excellent job of doing that.
Not you talking about what Biden just did.
Look, he's not doing the whole point. Like, listen, I'm not on either of their side. I'll tell you right now, I'm not on either of their side because both of them your man Biden was on C-SPAN 30 years ago calling black people monkeys.
But y'all voted for him.
You know what I'm saying? But
y'all voted for him.
They said
and his son is still.
He said,
his son is still doing. And he locked up all the black people for. Bro,
3 strikes, Bill.
Come on, 3 strikes.
He pushed
but y'all wanted us to vote for this party. When you think about, people quickly forget 4 years. Like they done forced the vax on us and everything like that. Like that was cool to y'all. Like, and then I feel bad for Camilla. I'm not gonna get into it respectfully. You know who I'm talking about. Like I feel bad for her because it's just like, yo, you in a party that ain't shit. Like you talk about a party that tried to get us the vax, then you had the flood in North Carolina, didn't do nothing for those people, then hit Florida, didn't do nothing for those people.
Bro,
but then right after that, you sent $74 billion to Ukraine and then tried to send $1 billion to Africa just last week, a couple days ago. But you can't do you can't do nothing for your people, and this is why she lost. And I'm gonna say this outright because I'm pretty sure you can tell who I voted for. But this is the simplicity of it. I am American, and America comes first. That's it. That's what type of time people on. And if you can't get with America first, then you're never gonna understand the conversation. Like those are our tax dollars. Brother. I am black, but we had this conversation the other day. If I'm in Dubai, right? Mm-hmm. So let me explain this to you. If I'm in Dubai and I'm getting chased by a mob of people with machetes and AKs, right? On the worst case scenario, and I'm trying to get to the embassy, you think I'm running to the embassy saying that I'm black or that I'm American?
Obviously, you don't say you're American.
I'm going to say that I'm American all day, bro. When you travel to these places, people don't call you from where you from. They don't call Caucasians. They don't call Chinese. Once they hear you talk, you're American, bro. Mm-hmm. You're American. And that's the way the world looks at us, but we're so busy only in our little circle. That's all we see.
But that's by design too, though. You know that.
Of course, because the media don't want you to see that. That's another problem. Censorship, bro. Like, y'all too sensitive nowadays. Y'all scrape your knee and want to call the police. Like, go patch your knee up and go home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody got to hear all that ruckus, man. A lot of people built soft and weak, and that's the problem. Everybody's sensitive nowadays, bro. Nobody can take a joke, or nobody can, not even a joke. People can't even take the truth no more without getting offended, and it's sad. Pull your skirts down.
Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of people, like, when you give them the bold truth, they look at it as disrespect.
Nobody got time for that,
because
bro.
I think a lot of people definitely been used to. I gotta speak into the mic more, but a lot of people been used to being lied to, or
that
you definitely
stuff
been
got people soft.
I wouldn't say that's DEI though.
That's say they got them soft.
Nah, I wouldn't say that's DEI. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Everybody looking for a handout because I'm black.
I'm not gonna say that, and I don't feel like a lot of people like that. Right, I don't feel a lot of people's like that.
We on 40. We on 40 right now.
For real?
Yeah. Good conversation though. Good conversation.
So hold on.
I got a question for you.
One more. What do you think about Linda McMahon? Let me stop. Linda McMahon
off the top rope.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Shout out to her.
Basically taking over the Department of Education. Look, and only had 1 year in education.
Look, somebody just asked me this same thing the other day. Like, look, I don't agree with everything Trump does, right? Like, I honestly think he's bringing in his people to go after the deep state, whether you believe it or not, and everybody that's involved in the deep state, Democrats and Republicans alike, are scared shook that they getting locked up. That's why Biden trying to pardon everybody, but I digress. Is she qualified? Probably not. But to my point I made earlier, a CEO doesn't have to have all the knowledge of his department to run a successful business. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I know people who run property management companies, and he's never going to watch this, and I'm not talking about him, but I know people who run management companies who don't do nothing property management related. Mm-hmm. They don't. I know some CEOs that's super hand on, and I know other CEOs that are far removed from the topic.
Yeah.
So does that make him not qualified?
That's much better. No, I mean, you got a point, because just because you got a position, I mean, you should be you might be able to do the job 1,000%, but you know what I mean.
But if you don't know how to do the job, but you put 10 experts around you to help you, which is business, right? Like, because you don't know everything. If I'm a property manager, I'm not an expert at plumbing. I'm not an expert at being an electrician. I'm not an expert at floors and all the above, right? But I gather another group of team of people around me to help me execute the vision. And I mean, I think it's that simple. Like, and that's why people be like, oh yeah, Trump is doing all these things, but he's hiring business people. WWE is worth over $500 million. But does that not make her some type of qualified? You running a multi-million-dollar company?
But that's not education, though.
But to my point, bro.
All right. One more about this man.
Yeah, he trying to smoke me.
No. He said basically he's gonna give drug dealers the death penalty. How do you feel about that?
Who, Trump said that?
Yeah.
I gotta see that. I trust you, but I mean,
I do my research. He definitely was saying.
Here's my thing though. So,
but he said he's going after the top people too.
So here's the thing.
What you think?
After you tried to trip me up real quick, why wouldn't I want him to go after the top drug dealers? Are we only associating drug dealers with black people?
No,
why
not
is
necessarily.
But that was your point, though.
No,
that's what you was trying to sneak this. Sneak in there. Like,
no, I want you to give your opinion before I expand on it.
Okay, so currently, right now, here's my mindset on it. Right, whether y'all want to believe it or not, there is an issue with the border right now. Right. With the Venezuelans, with the Mexicans, the Haitians, they got all these mobs and all these cartel people coming in here smuggling drugs, fentanyl, coke, crack, all the above, right? Now, if you telling me that you going after the top drug dealers, by all means, go ahead. Like, we don't want drugs on our streets.
Cartel?
I mean, if he got the National Guard behind him, I mean, why not? Bro, like, this is what I'm thinking. This is the thing, too. Like, this is the difference. Trump stand on business, bro. He don't care. He will. That's just one thing. He talk that talk, and y'all may not like it, but he always stand 10 toes down, bro. He stand on business. You can't be mad at that.
So, I mean, he definitely do. So, there's a lot of other people that not necessarily serve street pharmaceutical drugs, but there are like people that, corporate drugs, like opium. The opioid crisis has been a big thing in America. You think they're gonna go after them?
I think when you say
those are legal drug dealers.
You talking about big pharma now? Okay,
I ain't gonna say it, but.
So if we talking about big pharma, they already going after them. Is it really gonna happen? We just have to.
They ain't going after them.
Yo, bro, the whole RFK joint, he's going after the CDC, World Health Organization. He's going after all of them. That is big pharma. They already pulling NyQuil off the shelf, talking about this is not good for you. It has no Tylenol. They pulling NyQuil, Tylenol, and I don't think it was Av. I think it was like Sudafed or something like that.
Sudafed, you've been had to get that behind the counter because people was using that for the meth.
Right, but what I'm saying is they starting to pull off. Don't quote me on that Sudafed one, but they pulling medication off the racks already. It's not a big step, but it's a small step to the right direction. We taking all these, popping in these pills. Natural immunity is the best thing you could do. Natural supplements is the best thing you could do to keep your body healthy and in shape.
We know that because we obviously we support Pharmacy for Life and all that.
For sure.
So we do that, but like on a grand scale, we
won't know until we see it.
I just feel like it's gonna be an interesting
4 years.
4 years.
That's it. I mean, it's better than what we've been having, whether people want to believe it or not. Did you want to go to war? Did you want our country go to war with Russia?
Nah, I mean, I don't want war, but at the same time, like I feel like if they want stuff to happen, it's gonna happen, regardless if we want it or not.
No, but if we got somebody that's actually listening to the people that's saying we don't want war, I mean,
we can go on this for a long time.
I know, but like people get so caught up in the hate Trump bandwagon. Like, yo, get off the bandwagon and at least do some research, yo.
So like,
this is what I wanted to ask you. Yeah. He's racist, right? Do you think Trump is racist?
Yeah, I don't feel like I feel like he's in for himself and for their presidents.
That's what I mean. We all for the money. We all for ourselves to a certain extent. We all have.
No, I don't do that.
No, I mean, let's be real. I feel like, but you're not saying something that's like not uncommon, bro. Like we mistaken. Oh, because he's the president, he's supposed to be like this and like that. Like, no, bro. Obama had other motives. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Shit, everybody has motives. So you know what I'm saying? My thing is like, what makes him different from everybody else? Like everybody got Trump under the magnifying glass, but a lot of the stuff that they bringing up and everybody's worried about has already been happening to us. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's not just starting with Trump. Like it's been happening for like the last 15, 20 years, bro.
100 years.
100 years. Yeah, I wasn't trying to. But yeah, it's been happening our entire lifetimes. But everybody's, Trump is a racist. He's a Nazi and he's this, that, he's third. Like
I just think
I get tired of hearing people talk about him with no facts or research or no. Oh, he said this. When? Somebody else said that. And now it's because somebody else said that, or they gave their opinion. Now that's what Trump thinks. Like, what are we talking about? I think
the policies he's trying to implement is he definitely want to keep the white race a majority. That's a fact. And if you look at the stuff he's doing, that's what he wants. That's what I feel like he wants to do.
Man, they still not better than us. We still number one. They still. American dollar. The economy don't move without the American dollar. But I want to first off, politics is not with that too. Politics is not a team sport first and foremost. Mm-hmm. So when they be like, "Oh, black people stick together," but we don't stick together for nothing else. Like you confusing me, bro.
We need to,
huh?
We need to.
But don't sit here and say that we don't stick together on anything else. But this election was it. Like we should have all been on the same page.
I'm never gonna say that because
that's what people thinking, bro.
People is brainwashed.
Facts.
People is brainwashed. So
they in an echo chamber,
I feel like if people was really thinking and stuck together, they would have been like, "Yo, we not voting for nobody."
I didn't vote for the last
if you don't bring nothing solid to the table, that's gonna help the people. You shouldn't get a vote.
Facts.
But I mean, this is what we come down to, and I think it's sad that this is the road we go down every 4 years with the presidential election. But let's be off this one.
Yeah, because my last thing was gonna be like, yo, do you think Kamala's policies was better than Trump's?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember. I remember some of the policies she had, and I was definitely for rights for women. I was for that.
And by the way, women didn't lose their rights. And if you think so, name me the rights that you lost in the comments.
No. Just hear me. I was definitely for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely for that. So
we talked about that though.
Yeah, right. I was biased about that. But the other stuff they was talking about with the with the other people, I wasn't with that. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Y'all gonna hate us, bro. Y'all gonna hate us.
We can't, like, that right there is a flagrant foul.
Super flagrant.
I know you ain't hear it, but that was a flagrant foul.
And if you know us, you know what we talk about, man.
Hey, yo, listen. That's flagrant, yo. Out the game, my nigga.
Super out of pocket, bro.
Fine. suspended 3 games.
But I
Bro,
can't
what are you
get
doing?
with that, bro.
I can't get with that either.
I
that right
I
there,
can't.
and then hold on, hit that again.
Yeah.
Hold on. Listen, it's just some things that shouldn't be done.
Y'all gonna need some lip readers, no Diddy.
Listen,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
just some things
But
that shouldn't be done.
facts, bro. And I can't get with that. I honestly
I can't get
believe
jiggy with that.
in a family nucleus. You know what I mean? I firmly believe that human beings are put on this earth to reproduce and to have kids, raise kids according to what they were birthed as, not to what they want to be or what they identify as. And all that identity stuff, I can't walk into the. I'm clearly a male. You telling me I can identify as a woman and I could wake up tomorrow morning and go into a girl's bathroom? Y'all are psychotic,
Yeah,
man.
I think that's
Y'all
different.
are wild. So real quick, I want to go.
Go ahead, bro.
This is going to be quick because you only got 5 policies, right? This is from the KamalaHarris.com page. Anybody can see this. All right.
She asked you for $40?
Couple times. But she ain't giving nothing for the 40, bro.
All right, you said a pretty woman asked for $40.
It's
Hold
like,
up.
yo, she ain't giving me nothing for the 40. Bro.
Go ahead, bro. I'm
I
sorry.
was disappointed,
I'm sorry.
man.
Go ahead.
So the first point, she only got 5, by the way. Only 5 points. And abortion is not even listed on here. But that's what everybody's focused on. So here we go. Provide 1 million forgivable loans up to 20,000 for Black entrepreneurs and others who have the good idea but don't have the resources, connections, or access to the capital to get their business off the ground. That shit sounds like a fucking 12th grader wrote that shit, bro. First and foremost, Black entrepreneurs are not that far behind. I'm one. He's one. I mean, yes, do we need loans? Yes, but do we have? A lot of banks are already doing the adversity thing and strictly helping, making sure they helping Black minority companies, i.e. Bernard and them, you know what I mean? Like they local.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Bernard, you know what I mean? But there are people locally that are already doing this stuff, right? For the community. So the next thing, launch a national health equity initiative focused on Black men. There we go. The word Black is strictly it's Black
I mean,
again.
she was pandering for the Black vote, though.
But here's the thing. America does not consist of strictly Black people.
She wanted the Black vote, though.
But even if we all voted for Kamala, you got Asians, you got whites, you got Puerto Ricans, all the Latinos. That's not enough. You sitting here trying to get to one group of people, but that's like we're not the majority in this nation. Mm-hmm. We're not. So if you're gonna pander to one group of people, do understand you're gonna lose every time. Like there's other races, other cultures out here. This is what I mean by being American, bro. Like I can't sit here and be like, this is first and foremost, legalize marijuana on a federal level to break down unjust legal barriers that hold Black men and other Americans back. Like what? I don't need to. I don't need to smoke weed, huh?
Is that what was said?
That's what it says, bro. I'm reading it verbatim, like on the thing. You thinking that legalizing weed is gonna help Black people? You think $20,000 is gonna help Black people? Like this is what I'm saying. Like what are your points about? Like you can't just help one group of people and just be like forget everybody else. This is America. This is not Black America. This is America. You can't go with one group of people. Lower costs by enacting the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging for food and groceries. That's probably the best one she had on there. But
I can agree with that.
How effective is it? Is it going to be? I don't even know. To lower the rent to provide down payment assistance to triple the number of new first-time Black homeowners. So here's the thing.
I can get jiggy with that too.
Yeah, but you did it all for the immigrants first before you did it for us. Talk about it. Talk about it. Mm-hmm. Come on. This is the immigrants getting thousands of dollars. Come on, bro.
What's interesting about those is I feel like a lot of those is catered towards Black people, but you know what I mean, like.
And then the rest of her page is about Donald Trump. Hating Donald Trump, like get off his yang.
I think that was one of the things that was their Achilles heel. They was trying to focus too much on what he's doing wrong and you know what he is instead of strengthening what you got going on, and you know what I mean.
Right.
Stand on what you got.
2, 3, 4,
I don't know,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
I just think
12, 13.
overall, we need to stop voting for people that's not going to help everybody as a whole.
Facts. And this is why Trump won right here. He had 10 more points than she did, and he did not make it race specific. Okay? I'm going to just read the titles.
He only out for his people. That's why.
Well, but we're Americans, so do we not fit into that category? Or because we're black, we're excluded?
Not necessarily, but I mean, you gotta think of it like he only want his people. It don't matter. Shit, they could be
I could say the same thing about Biden. Biden only want his people to win, and then they super hypocritical about the whole situation.
Nah, listen. So every president only want they people in,
right?
Or they people to win.
But I think that's not a common factor because they all do it. So you can't make that a.
Yeah, but homeboy is cutthroat though, man.
Nah, he's just a better savage, and he looks like a better
savage.
He's just a savage because Joe been sleeping for the past 4 years.
You said that nigga Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, falling asleep during conferences. But real quick before we shut this down, this is what got to the people. Look at all these facts, bro. We built the greatest economy in history. We were the greatest economy. That is a fact. And we're not. All right. Fair trade for the American worker. Unleash Unleash energy dominance. Secure borders and reclaim national sovereignty. War on drug cartels, which we spoke about. Stop on crime and restore safety. Renew American strength and leadership. Reject globalism and embrace patriotism. Come on, man. Care for our veterans.
Let me see that.
No, these are just the just the points. Protect parents' rights with the kids because kids was going to school. Going crazy, coming home acting regular.
Legit. Like, I have. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Defend law and liberty because he going after the Democratic Party for that. End censorship, reclaim free speech because Hillary was talking about we need more censorship, and the reason why they lost is because social media is not, because we're not getting our news from where they want us to get it. So now they need to censor social media, and now they mad at Elon Musk for buying Twitter, but Elon Musk was the only one that couldn't get bought. That's just my quick thought about that. I could say a lot more. Free, honest, and lawful elections. Drain the swamp of Washington corruption, which we already know.
Free, honest. He paid Russia for the other presidency.
Propaganda, bro.
It's not propaganda.
Propaganda. Look it up. You know what?
I did.
You know why? He wasn't even convicted. And what's the name got pardoned, bro? Let's think about that.
Who?
Hunter.
No, but
come on,
we could talk off camera.
Who's worse?
I ain't gonna say who's worse.
Hunter Biden is definitely worse.
Yeah, but he's a different kind of.
He's a. Real talk though.
Hey, yo, hold on, bro, hold on. Hit that.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Wait. Yo, shout out to Candace Owens. I know y'all hate me for that, but she's a real one.
She tell like it is. I give her
she
that.
Does, man. She ain't with all that sneak.
Should be out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
some other shit,
and the last one was better healthcare choices at lower cost. Now you read me all of those. You can compare and contrast just the highlighted topics.
What he's saying.
It works for everybody.
He gave a lot of good promises, but the thing is about I think I get closer. Sorry. The thing about that is a lot of presidents give good promises and don't deliver.
Of course, I mean,
so
everybody.
We just.
But it sounds good until
it sounds good until you don't do it.
If he gets 8 out of the 15, I'm satisfied, nigga. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see everything. I mean,
better than school
at
loans.
the end of the day. At the end of the day, and they've been fighting him every tooth and nail.
Cause you wipe off school debt, man. The only people paying for that is us, and then the people that already paid off their debt, what do they get?
I think that's interesting.
Come on, bro.
And no, I think that's interesting because I don't know how stuff works like that, but I feel like if you wanted to really shave stuff, you should be able to do it.
Of course, but the people pay for that at the end of the day, bro.
And on that note,
Yeah.
we out. 2-step. Hey, keep it a box. Hey,
Just stay in the box, baby. Hey.
this is the beat drop. Hey, one time.
He
Hey,
was on one today. We gave y'all a good ass episode. A lot of topics, a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
Go back and watch this again because it's gonna be everywhere.
and we gonna clip it up.
Yeah, and it's just us. So get used to it again. Hey. We right back with another one too.
Hey,
Alright. We closing this out, y'all. It's a wrap.
holla. Yeah, your man's wildin'. Man.